First of all, as you can see, Donald, tremendous win. Our football team, they played their hearts out. They practiced their hearts out. They've done everything that we've asked them to. It's really evident on this football field tonight that they came out here with a great attitude, a great effort. I mean, to have our first conference win, our first 4-0 start in school history is really incredible right now. I can't say enough about our defense, our offense. Our special teams was on point for the most part until the end there, and it was just, I don't even know what to say about it, but, very fortunate to get a win. That's a good Coastal Carolina football team, and they were ready to play. We were just drag racers tonight. That's what we were. We were drag racers.
Obviously, the offense didn't get everything going on every possession, but it seemed like every time there was any kind of momentum, turned it into points.
I mean, I would love to score on every possession. I apologize that we don't. But, it's tough. They play defense as well. They practice football over there. So, we want to be as efficient and move the football. A couple of times right there, I'm really proud of the offense. Last couple of drives right there were foolish and just didn't handle that situation very well. But, man, I don't know. I don't even know the stats. I don't even really care about the stats right now. I just know we won that ball game. It was 30-17. Let's see, Marcus Carroll, 155 yards. Granger was a tremendous effort. Our receiving corps is tough to cover. Our offensive line, they do their job, and they're the backbone of this football team, just like, they should be.
6 red zone trips, 30 points is the number.
I like it. It's, I take it every night.
Defensive side gave up some chunk plays, but then walled out basically every time when it got closer to the end zone.
Listen, the name of the game is points right there. It's not yardage. That's why stats really don't mean a whole lot. And they showed up big time. Really, you held them right there to 10 points. You gave up that doggone drop punt snap right there at the end, which was foolish. You got to get better on that. But, I can't say enough. I mean, Coach Stagg's coming back here, a couple of defensive players that transferred from Coastal, coming to Georgia State that they didn't want, and they balled out tonight and got the W. So I'm very proud of our defense. I'm very proud of our secondary. Our secondary stood up to the doggone test. I think 14 and 15 on that side of the ball are pretty good ball players. Other than a couple catches, they didn't have a big impact.
It seemed up front, especially in the first half, you were controlling the run game.
Definitely, we're controlling the run game. They got in a little 20 personnel, which is 2 backs and 3 wide receivers, and started running a little split flow zone on us, and we weren't getting up under the backside cut, and got a little bit of yardage on us. So we got to get that fixed. But yeah, I'm very, very proud of how they played the whole night.
And another guy, Anthony Bloom, made his first start tonight. Kind of has worked his way into the rotation and got a sack.
Let me tell you what, Anthony Bloom comes to work. He is a no-nonsense individual, and I'm thrilled to death for him. I'm thrilled to death for him. When we were in this whole recruiting process, we got another offensive lineman, Lamar Robinson, that had come to our place, and we saw Anthony was there, and possibly in the transfer portal, and I asked Lamar, I called him up, and he's a solid earth guy. I said, Lamar, tell me about Anthony Bloom. He said, Coach, we need Anthony here. I said, shoot, that's all I need to know. So let's go get him.
How did you guys go about slowing down Grayson? Because, he was not as effective.
Like I said, I think the pressure on Grayson, the coverage by our secondary right there, it's a combination of all involved. You got to be a complete defensive effort to hold a great player down like him. And our defensive game plan was on point.
I guess the run game, kind of the emblematic of what you're trying to do. You get a couple here, and then you busted a couple with Marcus.
It's hard to tackle. It's hard to tackle for 4 quarters. So you got to stay with those 2 and 3 runs. Those 2 and 3 runs will be 3 and 4 runs, and then 5 and 6. And the next thing you know, they're 20 and 26. And that's what we're about. And we got a big, strong back in Marcus Carroll, and he can carry the load, and he can carry some defenders. So when it comes to 4th quarter, yeah, we're going to hand that ball to big man, Mr. Muscle.
I think it's really fair to throw him the ball too and let him.
Listen, I do about everything with him. He's just a really good football player. He works extremely hard, and the sky's the limit for that guy.
You hit that adversity. Onside kick comes, and one of your senior leaders high points the ball, gets the recovery. What do you say about Jordan's play there?
Listen, I usually don't remember a whole lot during the course of a game after I get finished. That's just how I am. but I will remember this guy right here, number 40. I mean, it was Superman. He came out, and I'm telling you, there was no doubt in my mind he was getting that football. I've never seen someone go attack the ball like he did. It was incredible. I can't wait to go watch it because that was one of the most unbelievable football plays. And it may not look like that on tape, but for me on the sideline, it took my breath away the way he went and attacked it. That's a football player. That's an instinctive play. You're not taught to do that. You do that on your own, and he's got that in him.
How much does 4-0 validate what you guys started in January?
You know, we're just happy to be a football team right now with the ability to go out and compete at a high level. I'm not looking for validation. We still have a long way to go in this season right here. But I am really proud of from where we come since last January to where we are right now. I don't think any coach in America cannot be more proud of them than the football team.
Coming into this game, even on a short week at 3-0, did the momentum from the first two games kind of carry you guys into this game, or it really didn't feel like that?
Nah, I mean, not really. No. Our momentum is brought to us by our players. It's not brought to us by wins and losses. Our momentum starts every day at 7:30 in the morning with our doggone chant, and we roll in that thing, and you can feel it. I mean, it's a tidal wave of enthusiasm, and it's awesome to see. I love walking in that meeting room, and you know, we give a command, and they chant it out, and I know we're locked in, ready to go.
Here's some of the momentum. You guys kind of did that your first drive, taking it down, you know, eating a bunch of clock and scoring. What does that do to kind of set the pace for?
You know, I mean, anytime you take that ball down and score, I mean, we're in the opening possession. I think it sets the tone for the game. You know, it gives our entire team confidence. And right now, we're a confident bunch, not cocky, but we're confident.
And your kicker goes in and makes a kick right for halftime again.
Old Liam, as steady as a rock. We call him Bob Ross. Have you seen Liam?
Bob Ross.
Like he's got a paintbrush in his hand. He's gonna, you know, paint a couple flowers or trees and call it a night. I'm surprised he didn't have the doggone paper on the sideline.